All right, so we're gonna have some real talk. We're gonna talk about how to find a Filipino wife. Sure to be controversial and sure to be of interest to many men of the West. So I found Karen, as anyone that's been following our vlog knows, through a dating site. And it worked out great, but I had to sort through a lot of scammers, a lot of fake profiles, just a lot of weirdness to find Karen. Okay, she was like literally the one out of hundreds. Maybe it looked at thousands of profiles and only one Karen in that whole mess. So guys, when you go on the dating site, you've got a limited pool and you've got people that are there with an agenda. It was just a fluke that the Karen happened to be on that site, and I think if certain events hadn't happened where she was isolated alone on the mountain, she probably would have been surfing on that site. I would have never found her. So I'm recommending the people find their Filipina by coming over here, guys. Just come on over, and when you get here, go to the province. Don't look in the cities. And I would recommend that you shop for your province that you like if you're going to relocate here. And if you're going to marry a Filipina, I highly recommend that you relocate here, because if you're going to bring her back to the West, you're in for a world of problems. It's just so much better if you just work, save your money, and wait till you're ready to relocate here. And when you relocate here, choose your province. I knew what province Karen was from because I had friends from this island, and they told me it was a great island. So I literally, on the dating site, I only looked for ladies that were from good areas that I would consider moving to if it came down to that. So what do you think about that, Karen?
Yeah, for me is province Filipina is the best, guys, because province Filipina is not like gold digger, like
not a gold digger,
yeah.
not a visa hunter.
Yeah.
Visa hunter and gold digger is kind of the same thing, ultimately.
Self-centered girl. We are tend to very caring, very
loyal.
Yeah. Like
And I have noticed though that it depends on which province you're in. Some of these provinces, there's a lot of wild province girls.
yeah.
And it's like a little bit of real talk here. USAID has been pushing birth control pills, all that kind of stuff onto the young female population here. So I think probably our taxpayer money has been encouraging the promiscuity thing, but it is what it is.
There's a lot of islands here, guys, and each island have different culture.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend you choose from within your religion also. And if you're from one of the Christian groups, every Christian sect is here. And what I wouldn't try to put stress on your relationship. Just go to the province that you can see yourself living in. And then when you marry a Filipina, this is a controversial statement, but I don't think you want to marry a girl and bring her to some other province outside her home area. It's going to cause all kinds of problems.
Like me, guys.
I mean, you might find yourself in like a Red Dawn situation, and you're gonna need your kuyas, your wife's kuyas.
Kuyas is brother.
To work with you. You guys might find yourselves in the same foxhole, so to speak, metaphorically. So if something bad happens, if there's a currency revaluation, the global economy collapses, if there's a war, the Red Dawn scenario even. You're gonna want to be integrated in a family that you're gonna be able to work seamlessly with to survive and resist whatever it takes to survive, guys. So I recommend that you find a place you could see yourself living in, and then go deep into the province. The further out in the province, the less exposure she's gonna have to Western education, Western media, Western brainwashing. If you want a trad wife, you're gonna want a girl that's not spending all day on the internet, on Instagram. What is everybody on?
TikTok,
Instagram. They don't know anything else. All they got is TikTok bouncing around in their head. And what you're gonna want to do is just go out far enough where you're off grid and they don't have any internet. That's the way I grew up.
Yeah.
I know I got all kinds of facts crammed in my head because I had no choice but to read books and learn hands-on how to farm and how to bale hay, how to raise chickens and baka cattle and horses, and I learned all that stuff because I had to go out and do it. There was no time for any internet anyway. So if you want a very loyal, capable, strong, resilient girl like Karen, you need to go out to the province, a good province, full of people that aren't going to consider you an unwanted person, and meet the family, right?
Yeah, and the province Filipina guys know how to survive without, for example, without money like that.
No money.
Yeah.
So you marry one of these girls from the city
Not relying to just in your money.
that married you for your Social Security check or your nest egg.
Yeah.
But when you run out of money, if you run out of money, she's gone. No money, no honey. When you run out of food, she's going to be stressed. She's not going to contribute anything. Now there'll be some girls, professional girls, but those are another thing. This transitions me to another subject. If you're under, say, 55 and you're really healthy, you probably want to look for a girl that just graduated high school or just graduated college, that lives on top of a mountain somewhere. Somebody that's tough, somebody that rode the motorcycle to school every day and back, and knows how to grow vegetables, knows how to survive without the internet, and is happy. People from the province are happy. We were happy years ago before all this stuff got invented, man. What do you think?
Yeah, and province Filipina is unique, guys. Unique when it comes to a lot of aspects of life of people. We are unique. Like we are caring. We prioritize other people than ourselves sometimes. Yeah.
So if
Like-
the power goes out, you're not going to panic.
No.
You know where to get water.
Yeah.
You know where to get food.
I know how to make a life, like
You told me once
from
that
gas.
if you're in the city and you have no money, you starve. If you're in the province, you're okay. That's something she's told me very often. So meet the family. You're gonna marry the family if you're gonna marry this girl, and you don't
That's
want
what
to.
they said.
You don't want to move an island away or 2 islands away, like a lot of the way out there expats will tell you. You want to move
Before-
right. You want to move
yeah.
right in. You want to move on to the family land, guys. You want to move on to the family land. You want to be
Yeah,
accepted by the
that's
family.
First, guys, if you are finding Filipina, first is know her family first, because if she's from a bad family, for sure she will be bad. Or from good family, you have assurance that
Exactly.
this girl is
That's a good point.
good also, because the parents raised her in a good way. Yeah.
So that's another point, guys.
The parents are not broken family. She's not from broken family like
Exactly. So if you really want to succeed, you want to stack the deck in your favor, guys. Move to the province, meet the family, realize you're going to need to become part of that family, and then you before you marry, you need to look at the siblings. Karen has 7 siblings. They're
Yeah.
all good people.
I'm the youngest.
All good people.
Yeah.
So if you find a girl and her siblings are sketchy, they're not good people. They use drugs. They
Some
they
people-
gamble a lot. They always need to borrow money. Don't marry that girl.
Some
Don't marry,
people- some
because
people-
those traits are probably going to. She's probably got them too. She's just hiding them. Is that what you're saying? Sorry.
Some people said that her family will move to your house and then just rely to you, just get money from you. But it's different here, guys. If the girl's family is different, they won't do that to you, because my brothers and sisters have a own works, and only Kuya Christian, because I told Kuya Christian to just resign to his job in order to help us.
Now it's a different story because we're starting a business
Yeah.
and we trust him. So
Yeah.
that's another thing. We're
That's about
starting
family.
a business out here in the province, and we have, we trust Kuya because we know him. So if you do this, guys, you're going to be able to avoid the visa hunters. You're going to be able to avoid the money grubbers. If you make sure the family is good, you're going to avoid all the trouble with the siblings. Look at the children in the family. If the children are neglected, if they're neglecting their elders, probably you need to pass. Because if they'll neglect their elders and they'll neglect the children, the tertiary children, the nieces, nephews, if they're not being taken care of properly, pass. Because a good family takes care of their elders and takes care of their children. They take care of their elders, their children, and their livestock, and their crops, and they know where their food's coming from. So. See if their house is clean. They might not have much of a house, but look and see if it's orderly. See if their kubo is orderly. Check and see if the food's abundant. See if they're spending their time farming. See if they've got some character if they're out working in the sun every day tending to the rice field, okay? They got a lot more character than a lot of us people in the West because it takes a lot of character to go out working in that hot sun all day to get some rice. That's a tell right there. Phones. You really hit the jackpot if you go so far back in the mountain that you found a girl that doesn't have a phone. You got a winner right there, man. Because all that Western brainwashing, all that toxic garbage hasn't had a pipeline fitted into her brain yet.
And you can get it easily from phone. Phone influence you.
Yes, and I grew up without it, so I can see the difference. I know when I first got access to the raw internet, I was like, wow, what the heck is this? It was a shock. So I think we covered everything except one more point. You guys need to look at yourselves in the mirror, and the matter of age is going to come up. And if you're really healthy, if you're under 55 and you're really healthy, I highly recommend you consider young, 18 to 30 or so, 18 to 25 as being optimal. Depends on whether you want kids or not. If you want kids, don't do that. But the strongest relationship you're going to have here is where you're wanting to have a nuclear family, where you're wanting to settle in the province, raise kids, and farm. That's going to be your strongest relationship. But even I see guys here that are 60 plus years old that have young kids and are doing good. Except those guys are kind of exceptional. They're really healthy. They're very active people. So you got to look at yourself in the mirror. If you're more towards the active side of things, you best find a younger girl, because even in the 30s and 40s, some of these girls are like they don't want to do nothing. They're physically they're already checked out. But if you're the physically active type and you're in good shape, you're in your mid 40s, by all means, guys, look at the younger girls. I see guys that are in shape, that don't have any strings tying them back to the West, any ties, and it's like, you might as well just pick a younger lady here and enjoy life, make a lot of babies, and live well in the province, right?
Yeah. That's the reason of a lot of foreigners that coming here in Philippines, because they want to have a wife, they want kids, the wife that can take care of them, not just about the money, and live the life.
Younger Filipina seem more adaptable.
Yeah.
So if you, number one, I wouldn't go looking for a girl that's been in the West. So as far as Filipinas that haven't been in the West, the older ones that live up in the mountains, probably you're not going to relate to them real well. So you're going to want a younger one just because they're more flexible, they know English better, culturally they're more adaptable. They're going to be able to teach you. They're going to be able to interface with you and teach you about the local culture a lot better than an older gal. So if you're looking for an older gal, then you might want to go to the city. If you're like over 65 and you're looking for a girl that speaks English well, you're probably going to want a city girl. But if you're like me, you're in your 40s, you're younger even, there's a lot of younger guys coming here now, or you're 60 and you're still very active and you don't mind starting another family. Or your first family maybe at 60. There's a lot of guys in that situation now in the West, unfortunately. Just go for it. There's the younger ladies here, you'll do fine. You'll find one out in the province, guys. City, a lot of that toxic Western pathologies are present, and you probably are stacking the deck against yourself if you choose the city girl, guys. I just got to tell it like it is, because I can see it. Partially because of USAID, and they're pushing promiscuity here with some of their programs, I believe, and partially just because it's part of the dominant culture now. It's on TikTok, it's on Facebook, and that's, they're rewriting the mainstream culture. They're just recreating it, and it's not good. It's not healthy. So if you want to go back in time and live a decent life, go out to the province. What do you think? Am I crazy?
Yeah.
I know I'm kicking the hornet's nest. So why don't we just go ahead and preempt them? They're gonna say, why don't you let her talk? All right, talk.
So the reason
talk, woman. Don't hit me.
I don't hit you. Later, only later. Just teasing. And the reason why to choose Filipina guys, because Filipinas are so attractive.
Very
Filipina are so beautiful inside and out, very honest, and it's stunning if you compare it, guys, to others. Yeah, even in pageant, Philippines always at the top. Yeah, because it's beauty and brain, right?
Yeah,
It's a complete package.
it's true. Because education here, the good kind of education, is more or less universal here. There's maybe not 100%, but there's a much higher college graduation rate here. I think seems like it anyway. Because the English, whenever you talk to a young person here, they pretty well know English, and some of them know English better than people back in America do, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, but some people criticize Filipina if, for example, like me, that don't know how to speak English very well. So it's not about speaking English, guys. It's about how you.
The accent.
Yeah, how you, what do you call
It's
that?
slang.
Yeah, how you work and how you your techniques in life.
Yeah. So I
Not
think
only how to speak, guys, but the action.
So Karen's got a lot of book learning in English. And I think if you find a girl that's really good in English, probably means she's been watching a lot of Western media. Karen learned from the books and school, the classroom. So a lot of the slang, a lot of the humor, she doesn't get. And it's because she hasn't been spending her life in her phone.
No.
That's why. I know. And you can tell who has. Because they're good. They talk just like they were raised in California.
That's why, like, for example, two foreigners talking to each other, and every time I hear it, like, it's different in my ears. Like, oh, that's so rude.
You're hearing
here
guys
in Philippines, and here in Philippines, we're not doing that. Like,
Yeah. You're hearing guys from Northern Europe. You're hearing guys from Australia. You're hearing guys from the Northeast, from the Midwest, from the Deep South. You've been meeting and talking to everybody, so it gets confusing for her, guys. But she's got English learned out of the book. You don't have a lot of media.
But if you have a Filipina already, guys, don't cheat to Filipina, or else you will get in trouble.
That's a good point.
That's Filipinas.
And there's a lot of these guys coming here, and they are cheaters.
Yeah.
And that's something I have not done, and I will never do.
Yeah.
But you guys are in for a world hurt if you come here and do that stuff.
Because Filipinas' attitude, guys, is different if you compare to other race.
They can be dangerous.
Because if you, for example, if you cheat and that girl leave you, you cannot come back again. Like, the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, and then you're doomed. You're doomed
if
to
you
be.
If you break Filipinas' trust, everything is broken.
Yep. And then you're doomed to be in a different pool, a different dating pool if you do that, guys, and it's not going to be the good one.
Filipinos are so sensitive, guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a Filipina thing, and we're always using the tampo.
Oh yeah.
Here, the tampo is unbelievable in Filipina.
It is unbelievable. If I do something wrong, she stops talking.
Yeah, that is the Filipina thing that our culture always passing to generation by generation.
Yep, it's true.
Because Filipinas are not like make a scandal like to even in social media like that.
Well, we'll see what the viewers think in the comments, I'm sure. And we're not trying to offend anybody, but we're just
sharing.
We're sharing how we feel. These are our raw, honest beliefs about what's going on here. And I mean, I think you guys, especially you young guys that want to start families, you'd best head for the hills, guys.
And because a lot of people also asking questions like that, so we cannot respond all of you guys.
Because the Philippines, Karen, the Philippines, though, guys, is becoming westernized. The cities and the more populated areas are becoming westernized. And probably in a couple more generations, the Philippines will have a population collapse just like the West. They'll have the same situation with a lot of career girls that don't want to raise a family and frustrated guys. Right now, the guys here are in heaven. Okay, they don't feel any need to lock a girl down and marry her or anything, because anytime they want one, there's a beautiful lady here, beautiful mannered lady, and they're spoiled. They don't understand how it is for us in the West.
Girls here in Philippines, guys, are different. Like, it's spoiled. The husbands.
Yes, you are spoiling the men here. They are spoiled. It's true.
If you don't give attention to your wife, she said.
It's the opposite in America. It's the opposite in America. A guy can work all his life, work for 10 years, pay off a mortgage, buy his wife, buy them a house, have a couple of kids, and one day she'll just be unhappy and be like, I'm leaving with the pool boy, and then she takes, you're lucky if she only takes half.
James takes time also, guys, to figure it out, because when we first met is like James still don't understand the culture of the Filipina, like about relationship.
Yeah, that was we both knew that we wanted a forever relationship, okay, and because we don't want to mess up. Our parents have both sets of parents have been together for decades and decades, okay, and we want to make sure that we don't break that chain of behavior. So, and that was very important to both of us. So we made sure that on the fundamental things, that we were down for the long haul, that we would be compatible forever, right?
Yeah.
Explain that. What is it that makes us compatible forever? What did we do?
Because we have the same beliefs. Yeah.
What are those beliefs?
Religious, about relationship, about the family.
So what is your
building own family, like that, the same. Yeah, we agree each of our plans in life. With if you and your husband have a lot of disagreements, guys, you won't be happy.
So your plan from the beginning wasn't like to get a green card, go to America, and get a job and send all the money back to your family. That wasn't your plan?
No.
Okay.
Because my mother said, my mother want a simple life. She don't want me to like.
She wanted you to find a good husband.
Yeah, like my mother always told me to not to dream so high, not very.
You didn't want to be an astronaut? You don't want to fly on the space shuttle?
But I am the one who insists to my mother sometimes that I want like this, like that. My mother always said, just do your best and just pray like that. Just don't dream so big that you, like that you cannot. It's very hard to reach.
You want to be practical.
Yeah, like simple only, like simple, because the contentment is you cannot buy.
That's right.
If you have contentment, guys, you will be happy. If you have no contentment, you won't be happy.
All right, so that's part one of the series, guys. I'm sure this is going to kick off a conversation. And we're not here to offend anyone. We're not trying to offend anyone. We're just trying to give you guys an insight into our life, our minds, and hopefully it helps a bunch of people. I think it will, because we're getting these kinds of questions.
Yeah. This is not cut, guys.
Uncut. We're
not
raw,
edit.
man. We're giving it to you raw. So let us know what you think, everybody. And
actually, guys, James shocked me because I will interview you and let's talk. And I'm not prepared. I have no something that I should talk.
You did great.
I did great.
Yeah. And we'll follow up with a part two. So if y'all have questions, we're gonna do a part two, and we'll further engage in the discussion. So thank you, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. Means a lot to us. God bless everybody.